Hey guys, I know we have a lot of new coaches on the team, and I figured I would make this video just to explain for everyone and just so we have a little bit of a reference, a little bit more on inviting. So, invite, invite, invite. It's one of the three vital behaviors. It's something you should be doing every day if you want to grow your Beachbody business, okay? So, if we're looking for more challengers to get in challenge groups to help inspire more people to help, we've got to invite them, okay? You sign up and become a Beachbody coach, and the whole world doesn't automatically know that you're a coach, right? They don't know that you have resources and you're ready to be there and motivate and encourage and keep them on track. So that's where inviting comes in. And I think as coaches, when you talk about inviting, it's like this big, scary thing, and people kind of tend to overthink things, but all you're doing is talking to people, okay? So if you're a people person, and even if you're maybe a little bit more of an introvert, most of the time we'll be talking online through Facebook a lot of the time. So you don't even have to talk to someone face to face. And if they ask you a question that you don't know, that's where the rest of the team comes into play. That's where you can post in Knockouts United real quick and say, this woman's asking me how much Shakeology is, and I'm on my phone, I can't remember. Ask the question, someone else will post and help you out. So inviting is essentially just talking to people. I wanted to share my screen with you. That way I could show you a conversation. And let me see, how do I get to my inbox? Shoot. I want to make this chat a little bit bigger. Okay, hold on one second. Here we go. Okay, right here. I just recently became friends with someone on Facebook that came up in my people you may know, and it's someone from Connecticut. I grew up in Connecticut, and I have not talked to this girl in a long time, probably since freshman year of high school. And I became friends with her, and I kind of checked out her page, and I saw that she had a son, and I went ahead and started liking a couple pictures, commented her hair looked really good in one picture, so I commented on one picture, told her hair looked good. And I decided this morning, why don't I just go ahead and message her and catch up? All I did to start the conversation was I messaged her. You can see over here. I said, "Hey girl, I love seeing pics of you and your little one. So adorable. Are you still in Connecticut? I hope everything's going really well for you." That's all I said, okay? Nothing about Beachbody, nothing like super fancy, nothing scripted, just to start the conversation, okay? I saw what's going on in her life on her Facebook page. She has a son, and all her pictures are with her son, so of course it's something really important to her. So that's all I did. I said, "I love seeing the pictures, glad we could connect." And she wrote back right away, "Hey, yes, I'm still in Connecticut, living in Essex. How are you?" And so it basically is just a conversation. And there's nothing tricky or crazy about what you need to throw in there. All you're doing is building relationships, okay? So she asked where I was living now, and I told her. And again, the conversation just went on. She all of a sudden said, "I always see your fitness videos and try to get motivated. LOL." So then I said, "You should do our next fitness challenge with us. I usually get a group of women together each month and hold a little accountability group so we can keep each other motivated." So I didn't say anything about Beachbody. I didn't say anything about 21 Day Fix or T25 or a product. I didn't say anything about you need to pay me anything. I just said, "Hey, I try to get a group of women together every month, just keep each other motivated," because she already made it clear to me that she sees my stuff and she tries to get motivated. So that's all I said. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. I know Miley wanted to say hi too. Here she is. I just said, "You should join in our next fitness challenge." So the conversation went on. We were having like two conversations side by side. And then she said, "I know, it's funny because I actually just said to a friend of mine the other day, there's this girl on Facebook who does these fitness challenges. I really should see what that's about." So again, I just became friends with this girl probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she's seeing what I'm posting. I didn't even think twice about becoming friends with her, but she's seeing what I'm posting every day. And that's also where it comes into play. You got to be consistent and you got to be intentional with your Facebook posts, okay? So anyways, again, the conversation went on and I said, we're actually getting ready to start a group now, and I'm super amped about it. We're going to do the 21-day fix, which was a huge game changer for me, and I can't say enough about it. It has 30-minute workouts, so it's pretty realistic. Has a meal guide with portion control containers. Everything's pretty much all spelled out for you. I ended up losing 8 pounds in 3 weeks when I did it and never felt so toned. So I introduced what we were going to be doing, and then I said what it's done for me, why I love it. Being a product of the product is vital behavior number 2, right? So when you've done these programs or you're doing Beachbody workouts or you're drinking Shakeology, you're able to really speak from the heart and really give your honest opinion. You know that they work. So I was able to tell her, hey, the first time I did it, I lost 8 pounds in 3 weeks. And she said, you're so tiny to begin with. And I told her again, just so she could relate to me a little bit more. Well, I always carried a little bit of extra fat in my abdominal area. It wasn't a ton, but it was enough to have me self-conscious. I just figured it was like genetics and I'd always be stuck with it. But this program did the trick. I think the nutrition plan really helped. So again, I'm showing her a little bit more of me. I'm being vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. She wrote back and said, I hear you. I ski and just got my son into snowboarding, so the winters aren't bad for us, but it gets old after a while. I tore my MCL. She goes on to tell me about an injury. It's kind of funny because when you talk about this, a lot of people will tell you their excuse for why they're not where they want to be right now. And that's okay. Acknowledge what they're saying, empathize with them, and just tell them that you're there if they're ready to get started. She goes on to tell me, I'm also the maid of honor in a wedding in January next year and super self-conscious about putting a dress on. So I definitely need to get on some sort of plan. So again, now I'm connecting. Now that's her why, okay? That's her main motivator. She's got a wedding that she wants to get in shape for. So I said, again, just to keep the conversation going, that was my motivation last year when I did the program. My wedding was coming up. Definitely helps to have a big event like that to keep you focused. Anyways, she goes on to tell me even more. Her midsection is her biggest problem area, and if I want to text her, she would love to hear more about the program. So she gave me her number. So now today I went ahead and sent her a text message, and that was basically the whole invite process right there, okay? So there's nothing fake, nothing phony about it. You really don't need a script, even though there are scripts in the back office, just to kind of tell you how it's important to talk to someone about what their why is and what their goals are and kind of what they're looking for in order to match them up with the correct program. But all you have to do is be you, okay? Don't be afraid to reach out and talk to people because, I mean, this girl, it's almost like she was waiting for me to reach out. She needed that kind of extra nudge. She told her friend, she saw this girl on Facebook she went to high school with that kept posting all this fitness stuff and runs challenges, and she should see what it's all about, but she didn't yet. And so now I reached out. I invited her. I've planted the seed, so even if she's not ready now, she might be ready down the road. She knows that the invitation is still there. So that's what we need to be doing every day in our business to move things forward, okay? If you guys have any questions, please comment below. Let me know. And don't be scared, okay? Especially as a new coach. I didn't really feel comfortable with reaching out to people and doing this, but the more I did it, the more I realized some people are just waiting for that invite. And so the no's that I got, gosh, at first I felt pretty crummy when someone was like, no thanks, I'm not interested. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just annoyed them. I'm bothering them. They're probably going to defriend me. Well, guess what? Half the time, those people came around in a couple months. They said, hey, when's your next group? Let me know about it, okay? So have some confidence in yourself. Know that you've got something great to offer. You're a coach, you're caring, and you're willing to help them with their fitness goals, okay? So don't be nervous when it comes to inviting because you never know whose life you're going to change next, okay? Have a good night, you guys.